Thank you for watching us on YouTube. But did you know that if you're on the go, you can get the full show as a podcast now? You can get our morning breakdown of the most important topics facing our country, news not being covered by the mainstream media, interviews with change-making progressives, and info on what you can actually do about all this. Search for The Damage Report on your favorite podcast app and subscribe so you know when new episodes are ready to go. So I want to turn now to bullying, okay? Now we know that the First Lady, that has been her thing, is concerned about bullying and in particular cyberbullying. And so she started her hashtag #BeBest campaign, which I haven't looked into it. I'm sure it's rolling along and being very successful. But she was interviewed recently about this sort of thing by 2020. This is Tom Lamas was talking to her about what her experience with bullying has been, and this is what she had to say.
What is it about social media? Because I remember you talking about this during the campaign. What happened to you personally, or what did you see personally that you thought you wanted to tackle this issue?
I could say I'm the most bullied person on the world.
You think you're the most bullied person in the world?
One of them, if you really see what people are saying about me.
You're an adult, you say you're strong. Have you thought about what would this do to a child, to my son, to other children?
That's why my #BeBest initiative is focusing on social media and online behavior. We need to educate the children of social emotional behavior so when they grow up and they know how to deal with those issues. That's very important. Also with opioid abuse, we have a big crisis in the United States.
So a couple things there. So we need to educate the children with socio-emotional stuff so that when they grow up, they know how to deal with that. I agree. I would start with Don Jr. personally, based on his constant cyberbullying. I know that you're not going to fix Donald himself right now, but maybe with the sons, you might have a little bit more sway. But I want to go back to what she said earlier on, and that is that she is the most bullied person in the world. Really? Are you really the most bullied person? Because look, I don't have to think too hard to come up with at least a few candidates that might be able to challenge you for that title. I mean, let's bring up this Newsweek article. She might, have something to say about that. This is let's see, it's Christine Blasey Ford, I think is pronounced. She still can't return home because of continuous death threats. And by the way, look, receiving any death threats is certainly awful. Receiving death threats because you accuse someone of sexual assault is even worse. But imagine receiving death threats because you accused a man of sexual assault. The people who like him won. He's now on the Supreme Court. He's gonna be there for decades. You lost, and they're still sending you death threats. That is a very weird position from which to want to kill a person. But they're managing to do that. So, look, is Melania not aware of Christine Blasey Ford? Does she not know that name? I find that a little bit hard to believe. And so the idea that she is the most bullied person in the world seems certainly a little bit weird. I mean, we can certainly think of others, I guess. I mean, the kids that still haven't seen their parents in months down near the border, they probably consider that a little bit of governmental bullying. The kids that we bombed in Yemen, we helped to blow up a bus full of kids. I mean, granted, they can't be bullied anymore, but they were certainly bullied by the Saudi government. And look, the list goes on and on and on. And you could include, Deborah Ramirez and Julie Swetnick and any number of other people who are constantly bullied. But Melania thinks that she is the worst in terms of that. Now, maybe she'll consider this video to be bullying. And look, I get it. Nobody wants to attack the First Lady. It looks bad, it makes you look bad. I probably look bad doing it. But we also have to understand that there is a narrative out there that sure, Donald Trump is bad and sure, his sons are the worst and Jared seems to suck and even Ivanka seems complicit with this, but not Melania. Melania, she's the one that's stuck with them. Like, she's probably really a good person. Forget the fact that she agreed with Trump on the whole birtherism thing and she defended him when he was accused by literally dozens of women of sexual assault himself. She is still awful amidst all of this new stuff. Please just bear that in mind. She wants to be the voice asking for people to have, concern over bullying and everything, but she is aiding and abetting some of the worst cyberbulliers in the history of the internet right now. And that continues up and until today. The bullying. Play this video, see if you remember this.
What he's going through, 36 years ago, this happened. I had one beer. How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get there? I don't remember. Where is the place? I don't remember. How many years ago was it? I don't know. I don't know. upstairs, downstairs, where was it? I don't know. But I had one beer. That's the only thing I remember. And a man's life is in tatters. A man's life is shattered. His wife is shattered. His daughters, who are beautiful, incredible young kids, they destroy people. They want to destroy people. These are really evil people.
Yeah, these are really evil people, and they're standing behind you, and they are laughing and cheering and holding up signs as you are literally attacking a survivor of sexual assault over the fact that she doesn't remember, to your satisfaction, the particular details of what happened to her. And of course, you could do the fact checking. The specific things that he says she can't remember, she did actually talk about on there. Fine, regardless, forget about that. So is Melania, does she not know that this happened? She literally lays next to the man that mocks in front of tens of thousands of people the experience of a sexual assault survivor. And you might say, okay, look, she doesn't believe Christine Blasey Ford. They all don't believe Christine Blasey Ford, and it's just one woman. Is it really that bad that he mocks her? But he has moved so far beyond that. The default position of Donald Trump and much of the right now is that the Me Too movement needs to be punched in the face on a regular basis. And they will do that not just in sort of obvious ways, but in bizarre, subtle ways as well, as you'll see in this clip.
I got it. Every Republican, I'd use an expression, you know, there's an expression, but under the rules of Me Too, I'm not allowed to use that expression anymore. I can't do it. It's the person that got away. See, in the old days, it was a little different. Pennsylvania, he says do it anyway. I would do it, except for these people up there. They would say, did you hear what President Trump said? Did you hear what he said? So there is an expression, but we'll change the expression. Pennsylvania was always the person that got away.
The men laughing in the background. F the Me Too movement. Also, the person that got away, I guess the expression is the one that got away. That doesn't seem too offensive. I think that you're allowed to say that. Maybe you think it's the girl who got away. That doesn't seem that bad. What was he actually thinking the expression was if he needed to self-censor in that case? So look, the issue here is the constant mocking and bullying is coming from inside of the White House. If she actually wanted to do something about that, she has an opportunity literally every day. She has all these people on her phone. She can text them if she wants to. So while I like that you have had some sympathy for Melania, you are good progressives, you are filled with compassion for people. Sometimes the people you feel this compassion for don't necessarily deserve it. And there are a lot of people that could use your empathy and your sympathy. Save it for the people that actually deserve it. Thank you very much for watching this clip from The Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.